Page 2, Love Me Tender. There's not a lot to point out in here, but I'll point out a few things for you. At the bottom of the page you have first and second endings. I assume you know how they work. However, in case you don't know how they work, they have little notes in the music that tells you play first time only, play second time. Those normally don't appear. Those notes, all you get is what we call a first and second ending. The ending with the 1 and the line, that's first ending. The last two measures has a 2 and a line, that's second ending. Okay, the number denotes the ending because you can have a third ending and a fourth ending and whatever you want. For the road map for this, you're going to play the whole thing down to the repeat sign at the bottom. Go back to the beginning and then play it down again. And this time you're going to skip the first ending, those two measures, and instead you're going to play the last two measures. That's the second ending. You can sing if you want to. I ain't singing. A few little trickiness things to point out for you just in case. Take a look at, let's talk right hand. I don't see much in the right hand going on here, just the third measure. Let's look at the third measure at the top, the first line there. In the right hand, you have a G, an F sharp, an E, and that second F, that is an F sharp, because the sharp applies from that point to the whole measure, to the rest of the measure. All right. So the second F there is an F sharp too. That could throw some people. You get the same thing on the following line. You're starting out in the right hand in what we call a D position. Your hand is here, right? So put the middle finger on F sharp because there's an F sharp there. Then when you get down to measure 9, the chorus, the third line, you have to go up and put your third finger on a B here. You don't have a lot of time to do that in because you're here right before that, so now you got to move up to here. Now in the last line, first measure, right hand, first note's an A with the index finger. Now you got to reach down to the E with the thumb and just reach. Don't do any of this contortion stuff, just reach. And then the fourth finger on the A. We have, in effect, just changed hand positions. Isn't that cool? Now you're still in the wrong hand position because you're now in your E position. And we want to be, if you repeat, you want to be in D position. So after you finish the first ending, you're playing that G with the third finger. To go up at the top and repeat, you got to go down one so your thumb's on here. Now, you don't have to move the hand all at once here because it's close so the fingers can reach. So what you're doing is you're playing the G with the third finger, the last note of the first ending. Then when you go to the top to repeat it, you simply move the thumb down and then the rest of the hand so you can play the G with the fourth finger. So it works out very nicely. In the left hand, I want to suggest a few things. It's starting out at the beginning with 3 and 5, 5 and 3 here for the G and the B. Okay, next measure you have a C sharp. Got it? Now in the third measure, that is a C natural, because that sharp sign in the second measure only applies to the measure. Once you cross that bar line, it doesn't apply anymore. So that is both a C and a D. They're played at the same time. Okay, you get the same thing in the next line. Now when you get down to the third line on the chorus, the first measure is this G and the D. Now they're suggesting for the next measure to use 1 and 5 also for the G and the D sharp. That's okay if that's what you want to do. You got to move your hand up into the black note area. But you can also use second finger on the D sharp, because you can just cross over. Right? Now if you do that, Then the third measure, you're going to do a 3-1. You're going to play the C with the third finger. And then the fourth measure, go back down to the 5-1. Now, two minor little things. At the end of the first ending, at the bottom, when you play those whole notes, you're here. When you repeat, you go back to the top. The right hand needs to play the D. Well, the left hand's playing it right now. So just be aware that when you go up to the top, get your left hand thumb out of the way so the right hand can play that D. Well, fingers tend to walk all over each other sometimes. You have to prepare for that. In the second ending, it says slower. I will ignore that when I'm playing with a metronome. That simply means it's a retard, or you simply slow down. Let's play it together slowly. Well, it's a slow piece anyway, but we're going to go slow. Yeah, I'm going to put the metronome on 60 because I want to go really, really slow so you can hear the notes. It goes a little faster than that, but 60 will do fine. I'll give you 4 counts because it's in 4/4 time. Let's play it together. So the right hand starts here. Left hand here. Okay, they're both in G position to start. No pedal. 1, 2, ready, go. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, repeat. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4.